about to watch Fantastic Beast. Hope it's good. So I just got out of watching Fantastic Beasts and the Secrets of Dumbledore. I think that's what it's called. So I'm here with some of the audience. What did you guys think about Fantastic Beasts?
Honestly, Ethan, I thought it was pretty fantastic.
And there were a bunch of beasts in it.
It was a fitting conclusion to the end of the series.
Yeah.
I thought they did well.
Yes.
Right. So what did you think about Fantastic Beasts?
I loved it. It was different from the first two movies, but the way they brought it together, it brought conclusion and it ended the way it did. I really enjoyed it.
So what did you think about Fantastic Beasts?
Good, but it was sad when the baby died.
So I just got back from watching the Fantastic Beasts, and the Secret of Dumbledore. I don't remember the name. I think it's the Secrets of Dumbledore. But yeah, today I'll be doing my spoil review. And if you like what I did at the beginning, where I had people in the audience give their thoughts, I can do that more. Like if you guys want to, let me know. But basically, how this is going to work is it's not going to be like an hour-long video of me talking about everything. It's going to be about 10 minutes of me just kind of talking about how I felt, and this is a spoil review. If you have not seen the movie, you have been warned. Go watch the movie and then come back and watch this video. So with that said, let's get started. How this is going to be organized is I'm not going to do it in like the good category and the bad category. I'm just going to kind of have my thoughts come in. Like I didn't script this. I just want to really have my honest thoughts, how I'm feeling at the moment, and I'm not just scripting it all. I want to have my honest thoughts on how I'm feeling about the movie at the moment. Now, as a point of reference, the Harry Potter movies are really fun. I know they're not accurate to the books, but they're fun. I really enjoy them, and I like rewatching them. But the first two Fantastic movies, I was not a fan of. They just weren't my thing. I know they're like Harry Potter, but they just haven't been my type. Like, I just don't enjoy them. And so, the third movie I was going to go see. I know I was going to cover it on here, but I wasn't looking forward to it. And I think it exerted my expectations. I think that it was at like a bottom, my expectations, and I think it did much better. Not saying it's great. There are a lot of things I have to talk about. Because I think how I would describe this movie, someone asked me how I felt. Without spoiling, I would say it is a very well-made movie. It looks amazing. The graphics are wonderful and has beautiful cinematography. The acting is amazing. So it's a wonderful made film. It looks beautiful. It's amazing looking. But it's not my type of movie. So therefore, I don't think I enjoyed it as much as most people would. Because, again, the Fantastic Beasts movies are not my thing. So I think this movie I enjoyed much more than the first two. That's not saying much. Because although it was way better, it's just not my thing. So I didn't really connect with it like most of you probably are. Like, I can already tell that you guys are going to be watching it. Be like, why you didn't like this movie? It was so good. Fantastic Beasts is just not my thing. So I think it was beautifully made. It was I think this as a movie, like kind of like Dune. It's not like an entertaining movie, but it looks beautiful and cinematography and acting and everything. Kind of like this movie. Not as good as Dune, but still. Like, it's beautiful. Cinematography is amazing. All these amazing graphics and magic scenes and things like that. The action scenes are done well when they happen, and the acting is great. I just didn't connect with the story as much as most of you probably did. Now, there still are some good things about it if we're not talking about just the, cinematography and stuff. There are, again, amazing performances, but I think the standout was Ezra Miller. I think they did an amazing job, and I think that they were the standout in the film, and I thought that that character was going to die at the end for some reason. And what's funny is that my sister was actually crying when the when the film had begun and Grimwald was like at his castle and he had the little creature thing and he killed it. My sister was like crying and it took like 10 minutes for her to stop crying because she's big into like animals and stuff like that. If you saw the beginning, she kind of spoiled it a little bit, but you know, whatever. I tried to tell her not to spoil, but whatever. It didn't work. So basically, I think to me, I think what would make it better is, number one, I think it takes way too long to really get into, like, there there is so much setup, and it feels like we're about to get like something really interesting. There's this really interesting scene, and I'm finally hooked, and then it just stops being interesting, and then we have to do all this other setup, and then there's a really interesting scene of this movie's about to become really epic, and then it just kind of comes away. So I feel like it gets so, at some points it gets so close to being this really cool action-packed movie, and it's not even that, I'm not even claiming that it's not action-packed. I just feel like there was these moments where they were setting up to something really cool, and then they just kind of slowed down, and it didn't work for me. That's my honest opinion. That's how I felt. Like, for example, I think whenever, towards the beginning, like 30 minutes or 40 minutes in, when they announced that Grindelwald, I think it's how you pronounce it, is not going to be persecuted for what he's done, that's a really interesting scene, and there's all these riots going on, so it's about to set up, and I'm like, alright, this is when the movie's going to get started. I even whispered to my mom, I was like, this movie is about to get really good, and then it just kind of slows down, like nothing really interesting happens, and then the next cool scene is whenever Ezra Miller's character is fighting Dumbledore. That scene is so cool, it looks amazing, and the scene is just so cool, and the choreography and everything, and the fight scene, it is amazing looking. It looks beautiful. So that scene is really good. It's about to get really good, and then it just kind of slows back down. That's my problem. There's some amazing scenes. I think this movie was so close to being my favorite movie of the year so far. If it just had more to offer, because I feel like there are these amazing scenes, such good looking scenes, such just these awesome scenes, and then it just slows down, and so I feel like I can't enjoy it enough, because as soon as the scene is over, it's like, oh, well, we are back at 0, like, we're at a 9 right now, like, this is so good, and we're just back down to like a 2, so I just feel like there wasn't enough. Now, the scene with, I forgot the lead's name, but whenever he's with like the crabs, and they're having to do the weird thing, that was entertaining, and it looks, again, really cool, like all the beasts and stuff. The movie looks amazing. I cannot talk about, I think it's the best looking film in the movie so far. I have a feeling Multiverse of Madness will top it, but at the moment it is the best looking movie. But again, I just felt like it was about to get really cool, and then it just kind of slows down. And then, of course, I think the next really cool scene was at the very end with the famous fight that everyone talks about in Book 7, where Dumbledore fights Grindelwald, and it looks so cool. Again, they're just such awesome action scenes and fight scenes, and not even just fight scenes, like amazing scenes. It just doesn't, I feel like it's just not, there's not enough of that. If they had that for like every scene, I would be on the edge of my seat the whole time, because whenever those 3 scenes I just mentioned, whenever they revealed Grindelwald wasn't going to be persecuted, the scene with Ezra Miller and Dumbledore, and then the final fight, those 3 scenes were so cool, and I was on the edge of my seat, and then I just slowed down, and I got not as interested as I was. So I think it was so close if there was more to offer. It exerted my expectations. Like, it was much better than I thought it would be. It was so close. It just didn't nail it. It was a swing. It got to first base, but it was it was such a beautiful looking swing. Like, the movie's at bat, and it swings, and it is this gorgeous swing, and it gets to first base, but it just wasn't enough. It's a beautiful swing. It looks like it's going to be a homer, but it just didn't work as well as I thought. Now, again, a lot of people loved it. People are saying it's like amazing, the best Harry Potter movies we've seen in years, other than Prisoner of Azkaban. Like, some people are saying this is the best one since Prisoner of Azkaban. I didn't love it as much as most people. It's the best Fantastic Beasts movie by far. But it didn't work as much to me. And I do wish Johnny Depp could return. It's not going to happen due to the thing going on with him and Amber Heard. But it was basically him or her fault. It was basically Amber Heard's fault. But whatever. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know how you felt about Prisoner Azkaban. The Secrets of Dumbledore. Let me know how you felt about it. If you liked it, if you loved it, like, where do you stand? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let's just try to be respectful. we don't want to like cause any arguments in the comments. Let's make this a respectful discussion. We can discuss and talk about it and how you guys felt about it. Because again, at the beginning when I interviewed everybody loved it. That just wasn't my type of movie. It was a beautiful movie. It had some amazing scenes. It just didn't land. So that's where I sit on Fantastic Beasts and the Secrets of Dumbledore. Let me know what you thought down below. Please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And I will see you guys next time.